Alright, how to get rich. Interesting, isn't it? Give you a simple answer. Do what the rich people do. Only problem is, how do you know what the rich people do? And that's where Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki comes to the rescue. This book has been an international bestseller, and not without reason. Let's quickly see what Kiyosaki talks of in terms of some basic financial intelligence. He says that there is a difference between the way people think, the rich, the middle class, and the poor. As you might remember from your basic finance knowledge, there are incomes and there are expenses, and over time we create assets or liabilities. This is how personal accounting is done. This is how companies are accounted for. Now let's look at an individual. Let's look at you. And you have some source of income, and there is obviously some expenditure, and bingo, that's where the income goes. Now if you have a poor mindset, what you would do is exactly this. But if you have a middle class mindset, what you would do is invent liabilities, like credit cards, like travel payments, like loans, like monthly installments, and those become expenses, and out you go. But you know what? The rich think a little differently. Instead of focusing on creating liabilities or expenses by themselves, they're focusing on creating assets. So a small portion of the income goes to the asset column. And what are assets? Assets put money in your pocket. What are liabilities? Liabilities take money out of your pocket. So assets put money back into the rich people's pockets, and that's why the rich get richer. And this becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. And how can you, as a normal householder, think of getting rich? Well, one quick solution would be to think of how you can convert your expenses to assets. Expenses have to happen whether you like it or not. But putting those purely into expenses vis-a-vis putting them into an asset column is a choice that you can make. And how can you make that choice? Simple. Just look at where you're putting your expenses. A lot of them, I'm sure, go into maintaining yourself and your house. But a lot of them also go into education and health. Now let's just take one thing, for instance, education. If you were to re-educate yourself to think like the rich do, that would probably cost you much more than a college education again. But how about if you could put that money into the asset column, and so your educational expenses are not expenses anymore, but become a means for you to put more money back into your pocket. Interesting concept, isn't it? It takes a little time to understand this, and it does take interaction with people who are already doing this. This is also what's called network marketing. You create networks, you create pipelines of people who are like-minded and who believe that their monies should stay in their pockets. And thus, just like a pipeline is an asset for a rich pipeline owner, a pipeline of network builders is an asset for everyone on the network. Explore this further. You can talk to the person who sent this video to you to understand the concept more, and I look forward to interacting with you online and meeting up with you shortly. Great day.